What's going on, everyone? This is Eric Haber, Coach Haber, Eric, whatever you like. For those of you who have not met me before, I've met most of you, or some of you at least. I used to coach a Lightning team for years back when my son was of age. Let's put it that way. And we did a really great job. I had assistants, we had videos, we had analytics. We basically did it all. I was stone cold psycho the whole time. In addition to that, we had Chris as the skills trainer. We worked with Crown quite a bit. And so when I left coaching, I still wanted to stay in tune with it. So I offered Chris, my services, so to speak. I couldn't be there to full-time coach. I couldn't be there even to practice full-time anymore. But the part I really loved, among other things, obviously, about the coaching was doing these analytics and doing these videos and doing this analysis. So I decided I was going to help Chris as much as I could with this. So what we do for all the teams is we try to download as many of the videos as we can to Huddle. And we use this for a number of reasons. Number one, for me, is the basketball piece. We analyze the games. I have certain goals that I want the teams to achieve, and certain goals the individuals to achieve. And the combination of compiling the statistics and having access to the clips and the videos makes the coaching a lot, hopefully it helps Chris and Mike plan their coaching as well. In addition to that, as you get older, this becomes quite a nifty recruiting tool where you could access clips and things like that and create highlight reels to send to colleges. And there's also other things from a recruiting perspective that come into play down the road. That to me is the least interesting part of this whole process, but nonetheless, it's there for you. And as we get later on in your, in high school, we'll get to that. But for now, what I do is after each tournament set, or I try to do it after each tournament set, is I do a video where I analyze the games from a statistical perspective and display to you guys certain metrics and things that you guys should be working on and things you guys should be striving to accomplish. You should follow my YouTube channel, which is in this YouTube video, and you'll see when new ones get put up. And I do put them up for all the teams. Now, you guys are only in ninth grade, so we're gonna continue. Assuming I continue to do this for you guys, you'll be with me for a while, so you'll start to learn, these types of videos and what I'm trying to accomplish with you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. So what we're going to do is get right into it. We're going to look at the games, and I'm going to go over the different statistics, which I want you guys to be striving for. And they're not going to seem normal to you at first, but you'll get used to it. So we'll just pull up this Apex game first, where you guys won by 20 or something like that. And we're going to go over the three stats that I really focus on. And these are the goals for a team at ninth grade. At your level, these are the goals, these are the stats, the numbers that you guys are going to need to achieve if you really want to compete at the level Chris wants you to compete at. Let's put it that. So the first one is EFG, which is effective field goal percentage, which combines how you do in twos and how you do in threes, whatever. And what you're looking for as a team is an effective field goal percentage of 45% or higher at your age group. Okay. And we'd love for that for the whole season, but on a game-by-game basis, that's what we're looking for. Turnover rate. So turnover rate, what we're looking for there is for this to be less than 20%. And we're going to continue to remind you of this every single video. And then offensive rebound percentage, what we're looking for is for it to be higher than 30%. So of all the rebounds available to you on the offensive glass, that you get 30% of them are higher. So that's what you're looking for. These are the three stats. I'm not going to get too into the analytics and the details of where all this stuff comes from, but in your age group, these three stats are the three factors, so to speak, that really govern wins and how you and what type of basketball you should be playing. So for example, for this game, you did very well. 51% effective field goal percentage, higher than 45. Turnover rate, 20.5%. I want a little lower, but not bad. And offensive rebound percentage above 30, which is fine. which means that you probably won the game, which you did by a full 20 points. The next thing that we want to look at, and this is, it's your first video probably, you'll get used to it, is this shot chart. So what are we looking for in the 9th grade? Well, I want to be greedy here, and I want to treat you guys like everybody. And the way basketball works nowadays, I mean, they figured this out like 10 years ago, and yet still coaches and schools, wherever, they don't know anything. Okay, they still teach the stupid stuff. But the fact of the matter is, they've already figured this out, that there are 2 types of shots that you should be taking. Number one are layups, finishes at the rim. Number 2, open threes. Open threes and finishes right at the rim. Everything else is poison. Everything else is basketball death. And it is not, listen, it's not open for debate. It's not open for, yeah, but I thought, or, but I disagree, but, oh, really? It's like you telling me that 3 + 3 = 7. It's just all been worked out. The fact is that your percentages of shooting from here are not that much better than shooting from here. And when you shoot from here, you get 3 points. Okay? So that's what we're looking for. We're looking to maximize this and minimize this. And the goals that we're looking for, listen, I love a perfect shot chart. Everything here and here. But the way we strive for that is to try to keep the percentage of what I call bad twos under 10%. And that's lofty, but let's try for it, under 10%. Like, so for example, here you have 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 bad twos. And I don't care if they went in, honestly. 8 bad twos out of 48 shots. So you want to have at most 5 bad twos. And that contributes to an efficient attempt to win games. Now, yes, you do have to make them, okay? But let's start by taking the right shots. And if we know that we're going to be taking the right shots, then you know what you can do when you go into Crown? You can practice the right shots. Instead of spending like 40% of your time shooting shots that are going to be terrible anyway. Let's focus on threes and layups and finishes at the rim. Okay, so overall shot chart is poor, even though you won, but it's not abysmal. So let's take a look at some individuals. Individual statistics. And what's cool, by the way, when you go back to this, if you want to click through and see some of these misses or whatever, like let's say I want to see the 2 shots from here, you can click right through here, and it'll actually show you. That's a tough shot, right? And it will show you the shots from the range. Ooh, that's tough. That I talked about. Okay, so let's go into some individuals, have some fun. And again, we gotta do this right. Go to Apex. Athlete totals and Nick V. Let's go. I will say this, you will never have a game statistically like this again. So you should relish this. And if you want, you could actually click through here to see all your made threes. Like you click on this little number right here, right? And there it is. So this is very, very strong, obviously. Jake, 2 for 6 from 2, not good. So you're going to want to click through here if you want and take a look at your bad twos if you wanted to. Or your missed twos. 0 for 2 from 3 for Jake. So basically, Nick was doing all the work from 3. And then at the rim, Jordan 5 for 7 at the rim. Excellent. Nick V, what a game. Nice job. Lucas 6 of 12 at the rim. Okay. Let's go on to the other games. We'll do the All Jersey Elite game where we lost by 5. And we'll take a look at the stats from that game. Oops. Um, box score. Stats. We want the individuals. We want overall. Okay. So in the game against All Jersey Elite, effective field goal percentage, not bad, 45%. But when you do it 45%, it puts you on the brink. It's not. And that's what happened. It was a close game. You want to get a little bit higher than this. Turnover rate 18.9, not bad. 18.7, not bad. It's underneath. Offensive rebound percentage right on the border. So when you have these borderline numbers, it's going to create a borderline result, which means it was a close game, which it was. Let's take a look at the shot chart from the All Jersey Elite game. See what that looks like. Okay, so this one is actually a much better shot chart than the other one. If you look at this, you have 3, 4, 5, only 6 bad twos out of 60, which is what we want, 10%. Now you'll see, I don't care if we made them. I really don't care about that. We have to try to get rid of these. The rest was all the stuff at the rim is extremely strong. Okay. So we can keep getting to the rim and keep shooting wide open threes. Now, when I say keep shooting them, obviously I want the person who can shoot them to shoot them, right? And get rid of these guys, we're going to be in good shape. Let's take a look at the individuals in this game. Stats. Let's see. By athlete totals. Okay. So in this game, we had Nick not quite as good, right? 1 for 4 from 3. Jake 1 for 5 from 3. Johnny 1 for 3 from 3. Karen 1 for 3 from 3. Now this is actually not bad. Like if we can keep you guys at 33%, that's actually pretty good for your age group. Now here's something we'll get into, but if you can shoot 33% from 3, that's the equivalent of shooting 50% from 2, right? Because it's worth 1.5 the amount. So that's something you can strive for. In 9th grade, if you could shoot over 33%, that's actually pretty good. Jordan at the rim, excellent. Luca at the rim, excellent. Noah, not quite as good. Listen, you guys did fine. Just a close game that you guys ended up losing. That's okay. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. And then as we compile statistics, we'll look at the whole season. Like, for example, if we look at all of them, then we can look at the entire statistics. 2 games is not going to matter. But say Jordan 15 for 21, that is a good start. And Nick 4 for 8 from 3 starting off. That is a good start. But again, you think that you don't get enough samples to get things going. You'll be surprised. Like pretty soon we're going to have 20 games under our belt, and then you're almost at like a college season. So these are the things we're going to be looking for. Any questions, reach out, let me know. And for those of you who have not met, pleasure to meet you guys. Again, your practice schedule is rough for me, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that many of them, but you'll at least see me on the videos. Hopefully see me, it's maybe a couple of games, but this is the majority of where you'll see. I guess that's it. Good luck, everybody.